Tony was horrified to find. In a restaurant, it took several waiters to carry a single dish to the table. Not only was the portion minuscule, but the rice in his bowl only had a pathetic 10 grains. He thought it was a prank by the restaurant, but little did he know. Human physiques had shrunk by 100 times, was considered a true strongman. Even a single ordinary tile required 4 people to lift, and someone who could eat 20 grains of rice in one meal was a true champion eater. As the only person whose strength hadn't shrunk, Tony accidentally became the strongest man in the world, but he was completely unaware of it. One day, Tony walked into a restaurant with the female CEO, and immediately ordered 2 large bowls of rice. But when the waiter brought the rice, Tony was stunned. He counted the 10 grains of rice in the bowl, and immediately started yelling. The female CEO across from him was embarrassed, and quietly urged him to calm down. When Tony continued to rage, the restaurant manager arrived. The waiter immediately complained, and the manager assumed Tony was just looking for trouble, so he walked over and explained that even 10 grains of rice would be enough to feed a cow, and now they had given him 20 grains. Tony was infuriated. He immediately demanded a whole pot of rice. The manager said, "If you can finish this pot of rice, I'll personally make sure your meal is free." Tony, hearing this, grabbed the pot and started eating. Along with the dishes, he began to devour the food. This left everyone in the restaurant stunned. The female CEO was so impressed by his eating speed, she couldn't control herself. She walked up to him and kissed him on the spot, and declared in front of everyone that she wanted to have his child. Tony was caught off guard. He quickly drank some water to calm himself, then pretended to answer a phone call and hurriedly left the scene. Back at the construction site, Tony still felt hungry, so he began eating instant noodles. But the foreman suddenly appeared. Seeing Tony slacking off, he scolded him severely, then ordered him to buy construction materials outside. However, when Tony stepped out, he saw the female CEO using a crane to lift a potted plant. This sight left him stunned, thinking, "This world must be crazy." Deciding to help, Tony approached, but the female CEO ridiculed him. Unexpectedly, Tony effortlessly lifted the potted plant. This shocked everyone. Tony placed the potted plant on the CEO's desk, and then turned to leave, but didn't realize he had broken the desk in the process. The female CEO was completely shocked, and vowed to make Tony hers. Back at the construction site, Tony saw several workers struggling to lift a tile. He mocked them for being weak, but the others insisted that it took 4 people to move the tile. The foreman then challenged Tony to lift it by himself, and warned him that if he couldn't do it, he wouldn't get paid. Reluctantly, Tony walked over, and with one hand, he easily lifted the tile, but that wasn't enough. He lifted 3 more tiles without breaking a sweat. The foreman was overjoyed, calling him a chosen one of brick moving, but Tony thought they were mocking him for slacking off, so he immediately promised to work harder, and insisted he had a girlfriend to support, and begged them not to fire him. However, just as he finished speaking, his girlfriend walked in arm with a wealthy heir, and broke up with him on the spot. The rich heir mocked Tony for supporting his goddess for 3 years, while she had been secretly seeing him the whole time. Tony was furious, but didn't dare to act on it, since the rich heir was an incredibly strong professional boxer. To Tony's surprise, the rich heir wasn't done yet. He attempted to lift a 2-kilogram brick to smash Tony with it, but found it impossible to lift, so he grabbed a smaller brick and slowly raised it. This left the workers in shock, as this was nearly the human limit. The rich heir then mocked Tony, but Tony could no longer tolerate it. He threw a punch. The rich heir felt like he had punched a steel plate, and with a terrifying force, he was sent flying like a kite with a broken string. This scene was witnessed by the arriving female CEO.